Hey everyone, welcome to or welcome back to Noras Cove. If you're new here, I'm Yoshida, and here at the Cove, we like to budget and plan in confidence using a planner. Today, you guys, I thought I would just do a video on my evening money routine. I do it pretty much every night. If I don't do it at night, I do it in the morning. But I know tomorrow I have to be to work early, so I figured let's do it tonight. Now, this envelope right here, and I just realized I just read it. I wasn't supposed to open it until my birthday, but one of my clients gave me a check for my birthday, so I went ahead and deposited that before I did this video. But this is kind of my routine. So I go in to my weekly and then add up. Today was Wednesday, and just add up what I made. Sometimes I'll put the totals over here. So let's do a total. And then I'm gonna add my birthday money in as well. So it was $352. And then 92 of that was nails. And then I realized that on Monday, I had a kind of busy nail day, and this is kind of how I do it. So these two clients here, they get everything done. This client here, she had hair, she got her hair done, haircut, and her nails done, and she just gets one polish and a fill-in, so that's 40, and she tips, so that's 45. So let's do that. Let me write that down somewhere. Sometimes I'll just write it down. I'm gonna write it here. Okay, because I may have to do a little math here. And so my client here, she got just her hair done, which was 70, and then she got a pedicure. Let me do that. And then she got a fill-in, which is 40, and then she got I think I charged her, I might have cheated myself, I think about it, 5. So that's 105. It was but whatever. Wait a minute. So now let me do the math. So her hair is 70, 60, and then I think it was 45. It may have been 50, I don't know. So that was 175. She gave me 90, and I actually cheated myself. So yeah, I cheated myself out of $5. So nonetheless, so what I do is I'll take away the 70, and that leaves me with 105, and then I'll take away that 5, and I'll divvy up that tip. But I'm starting to think that I want to, because I want more in hair, so that leaves me with 105. So I'm just going to put 100 for the nails. So I made actually 140 in nails. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and I didn't do any nails yesterday because I was off, which was Tuesday. And then also what I do is I fill in areas in my schedule, if I remember, of things that I did. So I did do lunch early. I had crossed it out, but I did was able to get my lunch in a little earlier because I finished early. So that's that. The TN ticket again, I paid the TN ticket. Today was tax day. I kind of took care of this because I had to file an extension. Last time my CPA did the extension for me, but I'm not really, I hadn't used her. So I just filed the extension myself. And then I did go to the grocery store yesterday, and then I paid myself. And then I come down here to my habits. I kind of did a no-low spin, but I just click it with an X anyway. I did eat out today, didn't exercise, haven't read yet, and no declutter. So I'll just do that. But then we get into the money part. So I'll flip to the back. And generally what I do is, which I just realized I may have to log off and come back on, is I'll come in here and I'll look at everything that I spent. I know I went to Meza. It was $15 and some change. That's food. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in, and then I'll come back because I gotta look at my phone, and I just realized I'm using my phone. What else? Where else did I go? I didn't really spend a lot of money today. Oh, I did transfer that 500 to my, it won't show up to tomorrow, so I don't have to put that in. And then that $25 I transferred to my high yield savings. So what I decided to do with my extra $500, I was going to open up an IRA, but you have like, and my bank was going to match what I put in by 3.5% or something, match the 3.5%. I don't know. But I decided I wasn't going to do that because you can't touch the money for like at least 24 months. And I figured best to put it into my high yield savings account, which is now my emergency fund, because I'm trying to build that up. So yeah, we don't have to do that, but I think this is all we have. So let me check real quick and I'll come right back. Okay, so I went ahead and looked at my account, and then I used my one client paid me through Apple Pay, which was just like a little shape up, and so I just used that to get me some ice cream and cookies from the McDonald's. So we have that. So this is all that I've spent today, and so I'm just going to add it up here. So yeah, I didn't really spend a lot today. I did transfer that money over to my high yield savings account, but it won't show up until tomorrow, so that's that. And then also, I found out where the extra $10 I had in my account went to in my closeout for my budget last week. It was in my savings, because when I added my savings up, it wasn't adding up. I had more money in my savings account. So now I just grab my little case here with all of my markers, and I just go ahead and start color coding. Let's see. Of course, we got food here. And, you know, there was a time where I didn't do this, okay? And it's just the best thing. It just works for me. I'm a stickler for this because I like to know where my money is going. And then, am I great at it? No. Am I still blowing some money here and there? Yeah, but this just keeps me more mindful. Like, oops, this just keeps me more mindful of what I'm spending. And so I'm just going to continue to do it for a minute. I can't find my savings. Where's my miscellaneous? Oh, here's my miscellaneous. So this is miscellaneous. Okay, so this is the one for my savings. But yeah, I highly recommend, if you really are trying to get your money together, that you do this, because it's going to allow you to see where you're overspending, where you're coming over at, or where you're coming under at. Today's total, I gotta go back. So then I come in and say, okay, what was my total today? I made $352. So I'll put that in my line here. And then, dang, I did the total, didn't I? At least I thought I did, but let's start over again. Somehow it got erased. And it's just easier for me to do it this way. So it was 63. So yeah, we didn't spend a lot of money today, which is good. Okay, now back here. And like I said, this just works for me. And if you want to get a handle on your finances, I just highly suggest it. Okay, so I had no expenses today, but in my miscellaneous, I spent $15.86. So this is the 14th. Okay, and then no expenses, salon. I didn't spend anything. Savings, I put $20 in cash savings. Or I can just put savings, and that was 20. And then no bills. I didn't pay any bills. No bills came out today, and that is it. Oh, food and grocery. Oh, I did. Wait a minute. Today is the 15th. Today is the 15th. Yeah, I'm sorry. So that way when I come in here, I know what I did. So for the 15th, what did we spend on food and groceries? So that looks like $26.77. So I'll just put food. So $26.77. No expenses. Cash savings, we did $20. I'm gonna come in here and work this out so I know what day it is, the 15th. And then bills, no bills, salon, nothing, miscellaneous is $15.86. So then just to kind of go over everything, just to make sure, I just take the bottom, the last number, because that should be everything I did. So 62.63. That matches with this. So we're done there. So I'll just slide this back. Y'all are up all in there. Hold on, I don't know how to zoom it out, but so that's that. So now what I'll do, and it's really not as long as it's taking me on camera because I just do it, and then sometimes I'll go in and plan the next day if I have a busy day. So I come into my budget planner, and the first thing I do is go to the paycheck budget, and like if bills have come out, I'll go ahead and, you know, take care of that. Cash savings, I know that I'm going to put some more, so I just don't, you know, kind of fool with that. And so actually I have $50 here that I'm going to put in the high yield savings, but I'm actually putting that 500 plus some in there. So now I come over to the same thing here, and I just copy from here to here. That way I'm trying to kind of keep up with it. So when it's time to do my budget, I don't have to pull out this little sheet. So I'm just going to fill this in. Like, again, like I said, this may be a lot for someone else to do, but I'm just so serious about getting my money together, and I've been doing pretty good, but I enjoy doing this. At first I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to spend the money, you know, but I can't spend if I don't know what I'm making. I can't spend if I done spent the money, you know what I mean? So yeah. And I didn't do a savings yesterday because I was off, so I didn't have any cash savings. And then eventually I'm going to have to connect my cash savings, which will eventually go into my high yield savings, and then I'll have a little total balance of all of that. So this week so far, I've put $24 into my savings. I didn't have any bills today. I didn't do anything in salon, and so there. All that is done. And then I'll look at my calendar. The last thing, I'm gonna look at the calendar and see if there's anything that I'm missing that I need to put down for tomorrow. So this is the 13th through the 19th. And then I'm gonna just make a note because tax day is sticking out at me, and I'm gonna put extension. Okay, so that's it. So tomorrow we have Shopify coming out. The money's there for it to come out, and that's it. Again, sometimes I'll go ahead and plan my day. Like I planned my day last night, so I'm gonna pop this in first so I don't forget. And I did print off some more of these and some more expense trackers. So I'm gonna look at what I got done today. So this was my today. Done. So what I did was I color coded for personal and business. Those are my two categories. I gotta remember this lady name I was watching, but I was doing it, but not on the level that I'm about to do it on. And I'll get into all that on my weekly plans. But separating business and personal, and only having two categories, and I'm sorry y'all, and talk about your wins for the day or your wins for the week. And let me find my blue. Here we go. So business is green, personal is blue. So we got that done, which is really business, but you know, business is like Noras Cove. And then over here, I didn't do any of this, so I don't need that. I did get the bank transfer. I didn't clean my desk. I saw the pack of work bag, didn't do that. I did do a 10-minute tidy. I didn't take my lunch, and I didn't read. So I just kind of go over my day, and then depending on the next day, how busy it is, I may transfer this stuff over here and then just start another day. But I already know that my day is busy tomorrow. I won't have time for anything Noras Cove besides in the morning. Let me get to my weekly. So tomorrow is just busy. It's just hair salon stuff, just all day. Luckily, I don't have any more nails until Saturday. And then I did end up taking a client, so I need to write her down. I said, why not? You know, because I thought about the total that I had put down for the week. And then when I did that total, I realized that it was pretty much hair and nails combined, which I shouldn't have done. That's why I keep saying I want to combine them. But anyway, so I was like, okay, I said I would make $1,600 this week. So, you know, and it reminds me I have another client I need to reach out to, and I'll do that tomorrow. And I'm going to just make a little note. Let me see. So I don't know what day she want to come, but Friday is the golden day. Friday's going to be the golden day because I've already taken someone late on Saturday, which I don't like to do. And so, yeah. So I have this here to call her, and that's it. So that is it. That is my evening planning and money routine. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, I don't think I've ever shown you my routine. So I was like, you know what? This is a perfect video. Let me show them because I'm about to do it. It is, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. And I think I came down here like at 8:45. So just roughly, it takes me about 15 minutes to do. And then sometimes I just sit here, maybe play with my planners, clean them out, you know, all that great stuff. But I'm going to go spend some time with my husband, so I don't want to stay here too long. But I figured I would just show you guys the video while I was doing it. And I hope it was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.